Hey guys, now you're probably wondering why am I level 7 and why do I have 667,000 runes on day 3? Let me explain how we managed to defeat the enhanced Everdark Sovereign version of Darkdrift Knight with this ridiculous build. It all starts with the Equilibrious Beast raid. So when the Equilibrious Beast raid spawns in your map, you want to run to the Scale-Bearing Merchant and ensure you make a deal with him and pay the runes to break the curse. It's either 15,000 runes on day 1 or 35,000 runes on day 2. I managed to get this on day 1 and only one person in the party has to pay to break the curse. Once the deal is paid, you get this buff called Demon's Plating. This is where the build begins. Demon's Plating gives you enhanced attack power depending on runes in possession. The more runes you have on you, the more damage you will do. And once you do the deal, you need to speak to the Scale Bearing Merchant again and select the option Take Runes. And he will give you the symbol of Avarice talisman. The only stat on this item we care about is 20% more runes from defeated enemies. Since we'll be getting more runes, the more damage we'll be getting from Demon's Plating. Now at this point, the only thing we want to spend runes on is to get to level 7. This is because the purple rarity items require minimum level 7 to equip. Now the next step is we want to do as many Evergels as possible. This is because in my Relic setup, I have this relic which gives me permanent damage buff per Evergel boss defeated. This gives me 5% permanent increased damage per Evergel. In this run we managed to do 4 Evergels, which is a 20% permanent buff increase to our damage. This relic also comes with a free Stone Sword key, which is essentially a free Evergel completion. And you can pick this relic up from the Collector's Signboard vendor if you're having a hard time farming it. For this build, the only important relic is the Evergel one, as this build can essentially work on any character. You can select whatever you want for your other 2 relics, as they will change depending on what character you're playing. And for weapon passives, we want to find anything that gives us damage negation at full HP, and whatever elemental damage negation that the final boss deals. In this case, holy damage negation against Darkdrift Knight. Since we're level 7, we are going to take a lot more damage, so try and get as much negation as possible. For our Dormant Powers, we want runes which can be found at Evergels, anything with negation, and more damage is also not a bad thing. Now to recap, we're level 7, we have Demon's Plating and the Evergel buff and the symbol of Avarice. It's time we farm up as much runes as possible. And now let's look at all our runes at the end of day 3. 667,000 runes. And let's look at our stats screen. We have a ridiculous 344 damage on our Lightning Sword and 413 on our Godslayer Sword at level 7. In comparison, the blue bar you can see here is the buffs we're getting, which is more than double the original amount of damage we would normally get. I went into Training Grounds to do a comparison. Let's take the Godslayer Sword for example. The damage at level 7 for Godslayer is 188. While at level 15 it is 236. So the sword at level 15 without demon plating it is 236 damage. While with our build with demon plating at level 7 our sword does 413 damage. Now I'm not saying this level 7 build is better than a level 15 build, but I just wanted to prove it's possible to be very strong at level 7 with demon's plating and to do this just for fun. Now moving on to the final fight. Just make sure you drop your symbol of Avarice so you don't keep losing health during the final boss, as the other 2 stats are no longer needed. As you can see, my damage is looking actually pretty good, but it's no surprise that one mistake will cost you a lot of damage. But regardless, we dished enough damage to kill the boss, and this build was viable enough to stand toe to toe with an Everdark Sovereign boss. And that's pretty much it guys. Hope you guys had fun watching this ridiculous build and it was honestly really fun to make. Let me know what you think in the comments or if you have any suggestions to make this build stronger. I'm really keen to hear your thoughts, as I feel like we can make it much stronger than what it already is. And please check out my channel for more Elden Ring Nightreign content, and hope to catch you in my next video. Cheers guys.